Wait. Gotta change that to this. There we go. Holy shit, that is loud in my ears. Okay, guys. We are live now. Hello, guys. This is What About Nintendo? And we're back with another episode of Coffee Talk. And we talk about, well, a pretty good amount of things here. It's not going to be the most packed day ever, but we got some stuff to talk about, including people at Nintendo saying that we will get more info on Yoshi this year, and of course the Super Smash Bros. Blog that we go over pretty much every day. How you doing, Benjamin? How you doing, Lazy James? How you doing, Cycly? How you doing, Slaws Gaming? How are you guys doing? I am alive now, aren't I? Dad haircut, dough. You haven't seen my new haircut? Dude, I had it it's been like 2 streams and a video. What you been doing, fool? What you been doing? Yeah, exactly. How you doing? Okay. Hope you guys are having a lovely morning. Sorry that I'm late. I'm late to the late stream. That's how bad it is. I'm late to being late. Yeah. So I was on a trip. I don't even know if I really told you guys I was going, because I didn't think it really mattered. Because I was going on a weekend. I don't really put out content in the weekends much. So I didn't think it I needed to tell you, but I went to go drop my brothers. 2 of my brothers went to this special program, and they need to be dropped off up around Dallas area. And then my other brother, who was visiting for 2 months, needed to be dropped back up where he actually lives with some friends up in Oklahoma. So I had to go on that trip, which was fun because I got to see the friends who my brother lives with, which was awesome. But yeah, that's why I'm tired as heck and had to sleep in. So yeah, 2 streams and a video, dude. I know you've been intershipping, yeah. You live in Oklahoma City. Dope. I don't think I was over by Oklahoma City. Probably shouldn't say where exactly. Well, I don't know. I won't say just because I don't know if they would want me to. So I won't say exactly where in Oklahoma I was. But yeah, I was in Oklahoma. It's a pretty dope time. But this is not the Oklahoma talk. This is about Nintendo and stuff. Well, I mean, typically it's about just random bullshit, but you know. Today, we shall move on for now. So, we're going to get into the first topic. If I can go over the editor here. We're going to be talking about that Smash. We always start off with that Smash blog. Not a bunch. They don't typically do updates over the weekend, so it's not like there's just a crap ton from over the weekend. But there are 2 here. There are 2 here. So, that we can talk about. And one in Japanese, actually. On the Japanese site that I translated the whole page in English so we can actually read it. Because there's actually stuff on the Japanese site that they don't talk about. It was nothing major. It was just some kind of cool, history. Well, you guys will see. Let me move my mic out of the camera, actually, here. I took all that time, and I'm still not fully prepared. It's all good, though. Alright, so... Display... And... Weep! There we go. Okay, so, you know what? We're gonna put on some Smash music, because that's always fun. That's not the right one. We're gonna put on that Smash music. Where is it? Let's go over these. There we go. Alright, so the first one that we have not seen is Ice Climbers. They go over the Ice Climbers. So today's fighter is Ice Climbers, number 15. In the roster there, back in the battle after a 10-year absence. There are 2 of them, so does that make them twice as strong as other fighters? I don't know. Personally, I don't even remember how they played in Brawl. I barely ever played them. I don't know. Hey, Popsler, how you doing? Yeah, I never really played them, to be honest. But you can see them here. Whooping up on some people. That smash attack can be really, or the final smash can be really overpowered in some situations. This one, because Also, you got like the Coke polar bear over here. He's totally the Coke polar bear. Oh my gosh. Or is that Pepsi or some kind of soda? But yeah, this can get really overpowered. Because I saw some stages where there's like barely any platforms. So they'll do it and it'll be like super high up. And there'll be like nowhere to go. It's pretty ridiculous. Hey, slow speedrun, how you doing? You never played, hey, Kabuchu Poopa, you never played Ice Climbs that many, as Ice Climbs before, so looking forward to that. Dope. I have played as them, but it's been like, well, 10 years at least. And even before then, I didn't play as them that much, so yeah, it's been a long time since I played as them. Yeah, they're on here, and if we actually go to the Japanese, nope, here it is, Japanese one, we can see a little bit of trivia on the box art. So, they actually have a segment called Today's Memories during the blog that we do not get in America. And, so today's memory is, this is supposed to be Ice Climber, but it translated to Icelimber for some reason. It is always Popo and Nana, but in 1985, there was only Nana in the package. As you can see here, you got Mr. Coke Polar Bear, you got Random Seal Dude, and you got Nana for some reason. But no Popo. Popo is no here. Popo is dead. Popo died. This is actually a strange spin-off where Popo's dead and she's going to go resurrect him. No, that's not true. It's just the Japanese box art. But still. It's the Coke Bear, if anything. You're doing great. Hope this isn't weird, but your hair looks great today. Thank you. I got a new haircut. It's not weird. Not at all. But thank you. So yeah, we can see something in the Japanese one that we could not see in the American one, which I think is cool. I just kind of wish they put this in the American one because the translation's a bit strange. But I guess it doesn't really pertain to America because it's the Japanese box art. But like this one, if we scroll down here, actually, there's another Today's Memories that I don't understand, like, what this is saying. Bomberman was written as Bomberman equals Roadrunner in the manual at that time. So, like, every time they talked about Bomberman, he was talked about as Roadrunner. That's actually kind of funny. I don't understand why he would be Roadrunner, but that's kind of funny. See, there's a lot of these that we don't get in America, so I'm going to be going over the Japanese blog when necessary as well. It did not go to the next. I told it to play. I thought I hit play all. I must not have hit play all. Oops. Yeah, and then we can go to today's, which is actually, or this is yesterday's. They didn't actually have one today, oddly enough. Maybe if I reload the page. No, they didn't have one today. I guess they don't do it on Mondays. But they did one on yesterday, Sunday, and we don't do it on Sunday, so it works out. So today's fighter, Corrin. Number 62, Corrin. Corrin was available as a downloadable fighter in the previous version of Super Smash Bros. This fighter uses all kinds of attacks like Torrential Roar and Dragon Fang Shot. Players can choose male or female versions. Corrin is actually a character I never got. Fun fact, I never got any of the Smash DLC. Not one bit, because I thought it was ridiculously overpriced, and I'm glad I didn't, because now there's tons of new content for me in Smash. Not only, you know, on top of all the new content from it being a brand new game, you know, a new entry in the Smash series here, but I also have like all the DLC that's carrying over. I didn't play any of it, not one bit. I played a little bit at my friend's house, but I never own it, and I barely played it in his house. So like I played barely any of it. So a lot of it's like pretty much brand new content to me. So let's go over the trailer for him, her, it. Well, that was a short song. Killed the hype halfway through the video. How dare. I always thought this was the most interesting Fire Emblem character in the entire game. Even though it's DLC, so it's not technically... I guess it's in the game now. But... Oops, did not mean to do that. Yeah, I always thought that it's annoying because it's it could be a girl or a boy. But they, I guess, are the most interesting Fire Emblem character because they have like all dragon powers, man. They're not just over here wielding just a sword. They got freaking dragon powers and they can transform into all kinds of things. Like, that's dope as hell. So, I always thought that was cool. You like my haircut as well? J1TM, thank you. Corrin is so fun to play as. Yeah. Corrin looks like a beast. Corrin is a beast. Quite literally at points, because it can turn into a dragon. Which is pretty dope. Pretty dope ability. Yeah, not that much actually on the side of the blog. They have yet to go into really anything new. I mentioned later, once they kind of go through all the stuff we already know about, we're going to see some more new stuff. But it is nice getting like these kind of like deep dives into them. Because I was wanting to go over like all the characters, but I didn't have time. Like there's this whole like amazing page where you can look at every character and see videos and different things for them, but I didn't really have time to do that. Actually, I did decide though that we would do that for individual characters. So we're actually going to go look at Ice Climbers and Corrin a little bit more, since we can, on their individual pages. So we go in here, we can actually see a little bit more. So this is the trailer we saw, but we can see some pictures as well. Also, the lighting on this stage is really awesome. I think this is actually a 3DS remastered stage. It looks great. Especially with like the way the lighting system in this game works, with light actually affecting coloring on clothing and stuff. I think that's pretty dope. Like even background lighting and stuff, which is, I think, is pretty awesome. Oh, they're fighting a Metroidon. What, I still want to see more of the stage. This is the rumored final destination. We don't really know much about it. Music! Keep going! I really wish I had hit play all, but I did not. I don't understand this picture, but I understand this if I played the full game. I don't quite understand what's happening here. Oh! She's getting taken! She's getting captured! Okay, I didn't understand what this item did. I was confused. Alright, so she's getting picked up and taken away. And he's like, no! Help! I understand now. Dang, their character models are actually really detailed in this one. Looks really good. Yeah, there's another quick look. Spirit Track stage. Gotta love it. Another quick look at them. And so, let's go to... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me scroll, see if we can find... Where are you? Character that I'm looking for. Gee, where are they? You're not Corrin. There you are! Right there towards the end. Corrin! Okay, turn on the last one. Ah! Here we go. So we can see more of Corrin as well. Their character model actually looks pretty dang good in this game. The hair in this game is it's better than in the Wii U one, but it's still like not quite up to what I was hoping. I was hoping for more individual like strands of hair instead of like texture that makes it look like there's individual strands. But at a distance, it actually looks really good, and I don't think it looks too bad even up close. I just kind of wish there was a little more detail. But the character model is actually really, really good in this game, especially with the new lighting engine. I think Corrin looks really, really good. See a little bit more. Look at that dragon helmet they got on when they do the transformation. It looks so dope. There's a full transformation. I'm assuming that's for their final smash. I've never played this character, so I don't know. I don't understand this. Yeah, there you go. Saw more of them. So that should conclude our Smash segment of Coffee Talk. So let's go. Back over here. And turn the music on. And we will get into the next part of Coffee Talk. So if we go over here, I did not include a picture for this. Imagine that a Capcom picture is plastered right here. Imagine that in your mind holes. It's right here. Imagine that I did not make a mistake and not put up a picture just right there. So, Capcom is apparently making several more games for the Nintendo Switch, and also they're not making Monster Hunter Worlds for the Switch. So let's go over what they said here. Is this the one? Okay, this might not be the one where they actually said about Monster Hunter World. So let me just read what this is. Okay, so this is in an interview, a shareholders meeting, Q&A. Somebody asked, I believe that if the number of Nintendo Switch units sold increases, it should positively impact Capcom's performance. What are your impressions of the Switch? And then Capcom answered, we currently have Monster Hunter Double Cross Nintendo Switch version available for the Nintendo Switch, and plan to continue developing other titles for this platform in the future. Additionally, going forward, we would like to focus on esports, as well as developing video games that take advantage of connection speed improvements on smartphones, and those that support ongoing visual improvements in televisions. I am confused, to be honest. This isn't the one where they talk about Monster Hunter Worlds, but they did, in a different one, confirm that Monster Hunter Worlds was not coming to the Switch. I guess I didn't put that up as a thing here. I read that on the thing. I thought I put up the link for it, but nope. Hey, Ruby, how you doing? Getting new Echo Fighters? I definitely think we will. Yeah, Desper, I agree. It's almost positive we'll get a few more Echoes. I think we'll get a few more Echoes. I think most of the new characters we're gonna get, honestly, are gonna be Echo characters outside DLC, and I think we'll get like 2 to 3 more like brand new characters revealed for Smash. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think we're gonna get like a bunch of new brand new characters. I think we're gonna get some Echoes. So yeah, a couple Echoes, you know, and then like a very small amount of brand new fighters, and then most of the new fighters are gonna be Echoes. So that's my theory. But yeah, so they did say that Capcom wants to develop titles for the Switch in the future. So they are developing more titles for the Switch. But they said they want to focus on esports, which I guess they kind of are, because they got Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's Capcom, right? I'm pretty sure it's Capcom. Dragon Ball FighterZ Z on the Nintendo Switch. So they're kind of focused on that more like fighting games, esports games, that kind of stuff. But then they said some weird stuff, like taking advantage of connection speed improvements on smartphones? What does that have to do with the Switch? And those that support ongoing visual improvements in televisions. What does that even mean? Ongoing visual improvements in television. What? Does that mean they're not... Are they talking about not the Switch? Are they talking about the fact that they don't want to work on the Switch? Is that okay, so maybe this is what they're saying. So they're currently, you know, they got Monster Hunter Double Cross, and they plan to continue developing other titles for the Switch. But we would rather focus on esports, as well as developing video games that take connection of speed improvements in smartphones, and those that support ongoing visual improvements in televisions. So if I'm interpreting this correctly, they said that they are making games for Switch, but that's not what they're focusing on. They want to focus on esports, smartphone games, and essentially consoles with better graphics than that are on the Switch. That's what I'm getting from this. Maybe that's not what I'm getting, but oh, is it Bandai Namco? I don't even know what they're making for the Switch. Then what does Capcom make for the Switch? I don't know. All they have is Monster Hunter. And well, they got the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition. That's what I kind of have Capcom as like the, or is that Bandai Namco? I'm pretty sure that's Capcom. Street Fighter. And then you got the Street Fighter 2 remake or whatever, remaster, whatever that is. They actually don't even have that much, to be honest. I think about it, they don't have that much. Yeah, games that work with 4K TVs and stuff. So, I don't know. Yeah, from what I can understand, they're not focusing on the Switch. That's what I'm getting from this, is that they want to focus on smartphones and like the next generation of consoles, like the PlayStation 4 Pro and like the Xbox One X and whatever the next gen is. That's what they want to focus on. That's what I'm getting from things that support ongoing visual improvements in televisions. So essentially not the Switch, because they didn't support that. You know, maybe the Switch will get like a 4K dock and they'll be like, oh, look at that. Ongoing visual improvements in televisions. Gotta make stuff for it. What are you doing, Raisins? You spammer. You heathen. You heathen spammer. How dare. But yeah, I just thought this was interesting. I read this and I did not understand what they were talking about. I thought, you know what I first thought when I read this is that they were going to start incorporating smartphones into Switch games, and then they were going to like keep updating their games with better graphics for some reason. And I was like, there's no way that's what they're talking about. So I think what they're talking about is that they want to. Why would you focus on smartphones? You don't pull Konami and just focus on stuff people don't care about. Don't go pachinko in smartphone games, please. Please don't do that. It would not be fun. Nobody wants that. So yeah. Oh, in essence, what I'm getting from this is that they don't really care that much about the Switch. They're kind of just like, put something on it, you know, just put minimal resources so that we can get a quick buck from the Switch's ridiculous amount of success, and just focus on the titles we already really care about. So that's what I'm getting from this. It's hard to tell because there's a bunch of PR talk and stuff, but that's what I'm getting from this in general. That's kind of my interpretation of this, is that they don't really care that much about the Switch, and they're much more focused on consoles with better graphics and smartphones and esports. So yeah, not really caring much about the Switch there. Let's move on from that, because I'm not even a big Capcom fan. I just kind of wanted to bring that to you guys' attention, just in case there's any Capcom fans in the audience that could kind of give me their thoughts on that. So let's move on to the next topic, and that is we're going to be talking about Switch. But we're not just be talking about, you know, random stuff on the Switch, obviously. We're going to be talking about single-player experiences on the Nintendo Switch. So something we didn't really see that much this E3 was, you know, single-player Switch experiences. And there are some people out there who are kind of worried that, you know, the Switch is just going to be a multiplayer, you know, games only machine, where there isn't that many single-player experiences. But apparently that is not the case. This is what Reggie, you know, got asked about this at E3, and this is what he had to say. So he said, a core proposition with Nintendo Switch is the ability to be playing a game and having an experience. Seeing someone looking over what you're doing, and the ability to just pop out a controller, hand it to somebody, and jump into a multiplayer experience really is a key part of the proposition. But multiplayer experiences are not exclusive, so we will still have these wonderful single-player experiences like Zelda Breath of the Wild. The ability to have a multiplayer experience is also, though, a key part of the thinking for the Nintendo Switch. So he says, hold on, guys. Hold on. Need I remind you that we're getting Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, and all this other games next year? Need I remind you this? So, don't worry, guys. We're still getting single-player experiences on the Nintendo Switch. It's not something I was personally worried about, but I wanted to kind of talk about the the different mechanics of the Switch, and whether or not I think it's better for multiplayer or single player games. I've always been more of a kind of a single player guy, actually. Typically when I play a game, I like to play it by myself. I like to play it, you know, just sitting there by myself with the lights off of my TV, like kind of like a very, you know, try to get into the zone, I guess. I'm trying to think of the word, but it's not coming to my mind. But I like to just sit there by myself, just completely focused on the game and nothing else for several hours. Like, that's what I like to do with games, typically. But I found myself having less and less time for single-player games, so nowadays, typically I'd like to play multiplayer games. So it's been this weird thing where, like, I really want to play single-player games, but every time I do, I feel like I'm wasting time. Like, I feel like it takes so long to get anything done in single-player games. Like, I love Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm playing through that right now on the PS4. But every time I play it, I'm like, gosh, why can't I just get the next thing done? Why does there have to be this huge open world where I have to wander around for a million years to get to my next place I need to go? Like, I've been playing these, like, I love, when I was little, like, you know, multiplayer player games were fun, but it was the big, like, open world single player games that I really loved, because I had time. I had time to just sit down and, like, play games for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. You know, every day I'd play for several hours in a row. Nowadays, it's like, oh, finally got my 1 hour to play games. I can either play an hour of Horizon Zero Dawn, get, like, nothing done, and, like, not have a satisfying time, or I can hop onto Fortnite with my friends and have a great time and hang out and, you know, do something that's fun immediately. And it's like, I always just play Fortnite. Like, I do. Like, I never play... Like, I played Horizon Zero Dawn, like, twice in the last month. Like, I never play it because I don't have time. So, I thought this would be an interesting topic to kind of discuss, like, do you guys prefer multiplayer games, single-player games, and why? You know, all that kind of stuff. Autocorrect just broke your phone. Facebook. You same way, fam? You like to get the point? Next mission to move on? Exactly. What was the last first-party Nintendo game you have bought? I haven't bought, like, any games in months. So, the last game I bought in general was the first-party Nintendo game, and that was Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But, very soon, I will be buying, Octopath Traveler. And then after that, I'm going to be buying, Mario Tennis Aces. Or maybe the other way around. I kind of asked you guys what you wanted me to see first, and I haven't gone back to the poll, but it was voted for Octopath Traveler because I wanted both of them, but I was kind of like, I can't afford both. Like, if I buy one, it will be a while before I bought the other one, so I wanted to see which one you guys wanted me to get and stream. And so far, you guys voted Octopath Traveler, which is the one I want to get, but I wanted to let you guys vote. So probably I'll buy Octopath Traveler pretty soon. But I'm broke, so yeah. Single player. Yeah. I do want to get Aces because I want to play online with you guys, but it was a little overhyped. I agree. But I thought the single player actually looks good. I've heard some people kind of say it's repetitive, but from what I've seen, it looks fun to me. Or at least it has some parts. I still want to play it for sure. But I don't want to pay $60 for it, or even $48 because I have the Best Buy Club thing. I don't even want to pay $48 for that. I'll wait for that to... I might wait for that to go on sale. Because yeah, I think it was overhyped. And I mostly want to play with you guys. So I'm not even sure how many of you guys have the game. So I probably wait a little bit for you guys to actually get the game before I get the game. So I'll probably get Octopath Traveler. But yeah. Yeah, I just kind of, at this point, I like games that are typically not open world. The only game I can say that actually is open world that I would still like to go back and play is Breath of the Wild. Because that game is like the perfect open world game. Because you can go, and even if you only have like 30 minutes to an hour to play, you can get stuff done. You can go find a shrine. You can go do a side quest. Like, there's stuff to do. And, like, you can do it in an hour. In the game like Horizon Zero Dawn, if you play for an hour, you get next to nothing done. Like, you probably just moved over to the next location, and there's nothing in between. All you do is grind for, like, if you're not playing a mission or doing the story, the only other option is to grind. And it's, like, it's kind of fun to grind, but not really that fun. So, like... Breath of the Wild, though, like, you can go find a shrine, or you can go, you know, go toward the Divine Beast, or explore an area you haven't explored before. Like, there's none of that in Horizon Zero Dawn. There's no... The exploration is very limited. It's very limited. It's essentially the most exploration that there is pretty much in the game is that there are these, like, special flowers that are metal flowers that you can find. But they don't do much. They're kind of like the Korok seeds of those games after you've already got enough Korok seeds to fill out your entirety of your inventory space. Like, they're boring. They don't do anything. Like, Breath of the Wild is great. It's like one of the only single player games like I have time for. Like, open world ones that I have time for because you can do stuff. Or a game like Xenoblade. Xenoblade is also good because you can get stuff done. Like you don't have to really grind all that much in that game. And moving through areas to get to the next story bit doesn't take that long. If you only have an hour to play, you can typically get a story bit or two done in that time and gotten some good enjoyment, and then, you know, play again the next day. Like but there's a lot of open world games these days that you just don't do that. You just like, oh, you only have an hour? Well, cool, you can move a little bit on the map and then stop playing. Like, that's like, I prefer games like Uncharted on my, like when I played on my PS4, I played Uncharted because that is a game I can do it, like, it's just missions. You just go through a mission, like, then you're fun. So, yeah. Ooh, wow. A lot of aces talk. Tennis Aces is fun. I picked it up, but yeah, Outpath you'll get more bang for your buck. True. You beat it in 3 hours, and yes, very repetitive, but a cheaper price would make it worth it. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I think it's still a good game. From what I can tell, it's just not a great game. But I mean, it's a tennis game, so I didn't expect the story to be that good. I just kind of expected it to have like fun moments, which it does seem to be. So it's pretty much what I expected, kind of like a 7.5 to 8 out of 10 game. I wasn't really thinking it was going to be like 10 out of 10. Amazing tennis game. The multiplayer in this Tennis Aces is great though. You could add the Kakariko Village soundtrack from Zelda in your background song list. I actually don't pick these. I just have a random playlist that goes on in the background that I found. And I go through, there's like 5 of them. They're like 5 hours of music, and then it just goes through, cycles through. Yeah, Aces' arms with a short single player. It's pretty much. I mean, it's a sports game. It's pretty much what I expected. Not amazing, but yeah. Yeah, that's just my kind of. I just wanted to kind of talk about my views on single player experiences versus multiplayer experiences. I like both, but typically I think Nintendo does a better job, for the most part, on the kind of getting you along, like the way. Like, with their single-player experiences. Like, when you play a single-player Nintendo game, like, there's not typically a crap ton of grinding, or, you know, you don't have to put a crap ton of time to feel like you got anything done. Like, most of the games I play on the Switch, like, even the single-player ones, like, they're like, okay, I only played for an hour, but I got things done. Yeah, let's move on to the next topic. Let's just actually move on to the final topic, because we're pretty low on time here. Let's move on to that one. And the last topic we were talking about is something that actually got me pretty excited when I read it. Is Yoshi. Oh, there we go. Yoshi. I was supposed to time that correctly, but I actually just barely didn't click it. Look at that beautiful game. This game actually looks really good. Unreal Engine 4 and all kinds of stuff. So, we didn't see Yoshi at 2018 E3. And I was very surprised. I was like, well, what are you doing? Why did you delay my boy to 2019? You just said in an investor meeting that it was going to be in 2018. You just reconfirmed that, like, not a month or two ago. And now you've confirmed that it's delayed to 2019. Not even an official announcement. You had to have a press conference. You couldn't even have, like, a trailer and then announce that it's coming in 2019. Nah. Couldn't even do that. You don't just have it in a press conference. Like, the most boring, like, dumb way that you could have done it. Like, that's what you did. But, apparently, that's because we'll be seeing it later this year. That's right, not 2019. That's not when we're going to see it next. Apparently, we might be seeing something of it in 2018. So, in an interview with IGN at E3 2018, they were asked, you know, what's up with Yoshi, man? Where's Yoshi on my Switch? I want my Unreal Engine 4 Yoshi. Yoshi is dope. Yoshi is like my favorite, one of my favorite Nintendo 2D platformers. Like, it's awesome. Awesome series. So, way better than Kirby, in my opinion. I'm not a huge Kirby fan. Yoshi's, in my opinion, it's harder. It's more fun to hit the collectibles. Like, it's just my kind of game. So, Bill Trinan had this to say about it. He said, the game has actually been making really good progress. They decided they wanted to make some improvements, so they're going to take just a little bit more time on it, and that's why we're not showing it this year at the show. But I think you can look forward to some updates on it later in 2018. So this is the vibe I'm getting from this. he said that they wanted to make some improvements. They wanted a little more time, and that we were going to see the game again this year. I'm thinking this is an early spring 2019 title. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is sometime in spring 2019. I don't think it's getting delayed farther than that. I think it's just early 2019. And I think, yeah, we're going to see it later this year. I think they just needed a little bit more time. I don't think this is the Woolly World situation where they're going to delay it like a million years. I think they just wanted a little more time. Because, you know, it's one of their first Unreal Engine 4 titles. It looks really, really good graphically, as you can... I mean, just look at this picture. Like, the lighting engine is really nice. The textures are really high detailed. Like, it looks like real cardboard a lot. Like, it looks like real items were placed in an environment. And you're, like, videoing. Like, it looks like almost real. It looks really, really good. So... I think they just needed a little bit more time, or we're going to see it later. And I actually am a really big Yoshi fan, so this makes me really happy. But what are you guys thinking? Are you guys like huge Yoshi fans? Are you guys excited to see this, if this is going to come out? Why is this always... I need to figure out what's up with that thing. It's always broken. Oop. You thought this game was already done and ready to ship? What's the problem? I don't know. Yeah, but I'm not exactly sure. But if I had to guess... I'd say it's because it's one of their first Unreal Engine 4 titles, like built from the ground up, you know, harnessing the power of Unreal Engine 4. This is one of their first ones, and Yoshi's always taken a while to make. Like, Yoshi on the Wii U was on a really, really advanced engine for that system, and it looked really, really good graphically, and the gameplay was also fantastic. Level design was just absolutely incredible. There was tons of content. I really loved the amiibo functionality in that game, because you could like tap the amiibo, then the Yarn Yoshi would turn into a different like character, which I thought was really good. You could like a Mario one themed, or a Metroid. You know, you can have Samus themed one, or you can have a you know, a Link themed one. Like, I thought that was always really cool. So I think that they just kind of somehow Yoshi has become the game to like push engines for some reason. I don't know why Yoshi's it's an odd series to do this, but like on the Wii U, I honestly think that was one of the most like graphically advanced games on that system. Like, it looked like real yarn. Like, it was insane how good that game looked on the Wii U. And like this one, like, it looks really good. Like, I mean, just look at that again. Look. I mean, this is in-game this is in development footage. Like 2 years before the game's gonna come out, and it looks this good. Like, this is a damn fine looking game. Yeah, eye candy for sure. I agree. Like, this is a good game. They're using a lot of different techniques that I'm not sure they've really messed around with. Like background blur, you know, like a really, really technical background blur, a super advanced Unreal Engine 4 lighting system. Like, they're dealing with a lot of things I don't think this developer has ever dealt with. And a new engine that they've never dealt with before, because they've always used like proprietary engines and stuff. So they're doing a lot of things they've never done before. So I think it just needs a little bit more time. From what they're saying, you know, it's a little bit more time. I think it's going to come out early 2019. I think it was supposed to come out like fall 2018, so they're pushing it back a little, you know, a couple months into early 2019. We'll see it probably in a Nintendo Direct later this year, and we'll get it out pretty soon. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. As a Kirby fan, maybe I'm a little biased, but that's what I'm hoping. So, for all your Kirby fans out there, Kirby, Yoshi, the fuck, Kirby, no, not Kirby. Jeez, I need to drink more coffee. Apparently, it's a little cold. I took a tiny sip. No, Yoshi. For all you Yoshi fans out there, like myself, I'm not a huge Kirby fan. I don't know why I said Kirby. I'm a huge Yoshi fan, though. Woolly World was amazing. It was an awesome game. Loved that game. I was kind of hoping it was ported to the Nintendo Switch, but then I learned that they were making a new one, so I was like, okay, it's all good, you know? So, yeah. All you Yoshi fans out there, stay tuned, because we're going to get some more updates, probably in Nintendo Direct later this year. But yeah, guys, that's all for Coffee Talk for today. As I said, not too many topics, but some good ones in there. This was probably my favorite topic, to be honest, which is why I saved it for last, because Yoshi's my boy, and I blasphemously called him Kirby, several times in this. It's just terrible. I know I'm a horrible person. Horrible Yoshi fan. I know. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good coffee talk today. I had some good news. So thank you guys all for watching. If you liked this live stream and you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're actually super close to 1,200 subscribers. And I will be doing, I will let you guys know exactly when the live stream is. We'll have 2 games to give away, because we didn't do one for 1,150, and we'll have to do one for 1,200 as well. So that will be very soon. As soon as we pass that, the next live stream after that, we will do it. So I'll let you guys know when that is. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. And if you're already subscribed, make sure to hit that like button and that share button so we can get more awesome people in on the action. But yeah, I'll see all you awesome people later on What About Nintendo. Bye!